Yeah. Hello, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, my goobs. Hello, Bimu. Hello, Azzy. I hope y'all are doing well. Last time on Please Be Happy, Miho found out about death and got mad, understandably, and lashed out. And then took a couple days for herself, took care of herself, and then said sorry and talked about wanting to be closer and like be a good friend to her two friends. Yeah. And everybody hugged and made up. And now possibly she has two hands, so we'll see where that goes. After spending a bit more time walking around the gardens last night, Juliet and I went back to the library, and Aspen took a bus back to her apartment. Once we got back, I fell asleep almost immediately, my brain finally getting some relief from all the emotions of the last few days. Indeed, very gay. Happy Pride! In the morning, once I go downstairs for breakfast, it's pleasantly familiar. Toast, eggs, and fruit like always, and conversation about books and work in Wellington. I hope everybody grabs a snack and like a drink and some blankets, because it's a reading stream. After cleaning up, but before Aspen departs, Juliet clears her throat.
By the way, Aspen, I do believe this weekend is a special occasion. Am I correct?
I had been trying to ignore that until now, but yes.
Wait,
Can I
what?
be more?
What
Wait,
happens this
well.
weekend?
This Friday is my birthday. A brutal reminder that, like we just discussed, time won't wait for me.
Whoa! Humans have parties for that, right? Are you gonna have a party?
Party?
No, I'm not turning 12.
What?
How old are you turning?
Not 12?
I thought parties were a thing you got to do your whole life. That's not fair that only 12-year-olds get to have them.
He's right, you know.
It's not like that. They're just one of those things that you grow out of.
Why?
Why what?
Why do you grow out of them?
He has a point. Her brow gets some more creases, like she's trying to explain this as much to herself as to me.
It's just part of being an adult. You get older and older and you reach the real world and then you don't feel like having a party, I suppose. When you're young, it's exciting getting older because there's so much you can't do as a child. Once you're an adult, you realize that what you thought adult life would be like isn't real. So instead of being excited that there's cake and ice cream, you start worrying about how many calories are in each.
No, not the calories.
What's a calorie?
Oh no. Don't do it. Don't tell her husband.
You know, Miho has a point.
He does.
She does?
She does.
I do.
You're never too old to have fun, as you both went out of your way to remind me.
Okay, Karma, let's get you to bed.
25 can be just as much a reason to celebrate as 5.
Aspen's turning 25?
I suppose you're right. For the record, I'm only turning 24. Thank you very much. Still, I'm not the partying type. Plus, I told my parents I'd go visit them this weekend. Just for a day, mind. I'll be back well before 24 hours have passed.
That's wonderful. I'm sure they'll be overjoyed to see you.
I'm sure they will be, at least for a little while. I still wouldn't want to stay for more than a weekend, even without Miho to keep in mind.
I felt that.
Longer than that, and my mum and I would probably go crazy.
I felt that.
I'm not leaving Welly until late Saturday evening, though. Would you mind going with me to the bus stop on that day, Miho? just to be extra safe.
Yeah, of course.
Even without a party, would you let us treat you to dinner on Friday evening? We can go wherever you like.
That would be nice. Thank you.
Wherever? What if there's cake and ice cream?
No gifts, though. It won't be a party.
That's easy, because they wouldn't know what to get you anyway. Where do you want to go?
I'm not sure yet, but I'll let you two know. Maybe you can come over on Friday evening, and we'll go from there.
Come over?
To my apartment? I do have my own place to live, you know.
No way.
And, well, it isn't anything special, but I felt I should at least let you two see it. Only if you want to.
Aspen is so fun to me because there's so much sarcasm.
Of course I want to!
She's so British.
I mean it. It's the
To me.
definition of average. I'm not even sure if it can fit 3 people.
I lived in a dirt hole for most of my life. I can handle anything.
Good point. You'll feel right at home then.
I'd love to come visit as well. Thank you for the invitation.
Great. I'll clean up and make sure the cats are on
Cats!
their best behaviour.
Cats!
It's been
Aspen has
quite a while
cats.
since we've had company.
I can't wait!
Wait, do cats and foxes get along? Foxes? Vixen?
Miho, do you have any plans for the day?
Not yet. Why?
I was planning to go see a movie soon. Would you like to come with me? You're more than welcome too, of course, Juliet, but I imagine it's rather late for you.
Unfortunately so. I'll be up a while longer, but I wouldn't be able to make it through an entire movie. I hope that you enjoy it though.
I felt that
I understand.
Grandma
Miho?
needs bedtime. Right, they are pretty much cats,
It's
so
fine if you
they
don't want
totally
to
get
come
along, right?
But the showing starts in an hour, so we'd need to leave soon. I prefer to get there before it's crowded.
Is this where I picked the route? I don't know. Let us rest at home.
I'm not really in the mood for
I
a movie today,
am...
think. Sorry, Aspen.
It's fine. Maybe another time.
Yeah, definitely.
Aspen gathers her things and departs, while Juliet remains in the kitchen with me.
So, you're not gonna go to sleep yet? It's the time you usually do, right?
It is, yes. As I said, I won't be up too much longer, but I have a few tasks that I'd like to finish up.
Like what? Anything I can help with?
Looking around the library, I don't really see anything that needs to be done.
I'm afraid not, although I appreciate it. It's for my research services. You're welcome to keep me company, though, if you'd like.
Sure. I forget you do that sometimes.
That's true. She does the whole,
I
like,
tend to
family
work on
tree
it at
thing.
night, after you've gone to sleep. Come, let's head to my study.
I follow her up the stairs and into her office. She sits down at the desk and opens her laptop while also moving a stack of books and papers closer to her. I walk around the room a little, examining the shelves. There aren't any bats in the corner today.
I never noticed how many books there are in here.
Although the library's shelves downstairs are full, it seems like there must be just as many books in here, maybe even more. Some shelves even have more than one row of them, with stacks built in front of stacks.
Ah, yes. Some of them are old and fragile and not suited to be handled by so many people. Others travel between the shelves down there and up here as I need them. Some aren't books per se, but essays or diaries or treaties.
That's how you say that word, treaties? Picking a book at random, I carefully remove it from the shelf and examine it. I'm able to read the sole word on the cover, journal. When I open it up, it's full of handwritten pages. I return it to its place.
And you've read all of these?
Heavens, no. I don't think even I've been alive long enough for that. I've read some, of course. Others I've only skimmed through as needed. Still, others were entrusted to me for safekeeping, rather than for their academic or entertainment value.
I take a seat in the chair across from her.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It can be. There have been fewer requests as of late, but I'm honored to be entrusted with them. Whether it's a family photo album or half-written novel, many people have memories and legacies that they'd like to preserve, but may not have the means to do so. So I hold on to them here. And over time, generations even, they're sometimes remembered and asked about, or even taken back, either by the person who first brought them or by a family member seeking to learn more about an ancestor.
Whoa.
There are hundreds of years of history in this room, and I'm not just talking about you and me.
It takes me a second to laugh. I'm not used to Juliet making jokes.
So, what exactly is it you do?
Come here, I'll show you.
She gestures for me to join her beside the desk, turning her computer screen so I can see it. There's a photo of a fabled person with antlers like a deer's.
This gentleman passed away several decades ago. Recently, I was contacted by one of his grandchildren, who was still young when it happened. He said that his grandfather once made it into one of the Wellington newspapers, and was hoping I could find the article.
Did you?
See for yourself.
She gestures to a folded newspaper lying in the stacks of papers nearby. It's so old that it's begun turning yellow, and the edges are all frayed. But sure enough, there's a grainy black and white photo of the fabled man. Although he's way younger in this picture.
He had taken the first prize in a singing competition at a local fair, and his picture was featured along with a summary of the event.
I look a bit closer. It's hard to tell, but he's smiling in the photo next to a trophy.
Whoa. I can't believe you were able to find this.
I hear that rather frequently, and it's rewarding every time. In this case, I've already scanned the article and sent it to the grandson, so now I just need to return this paper to its proper place.
I walk back around to the other side of the desk and sit down again.
This one was on the simpler side, because all I had to do was peruse newspapers from that time.
That's cool.
More complex requests that require consulting multiple sources can take me much longer.
Jeez, I had no idea. They must pay you a lot, right?
No, I don't ask for any payment. The work itself is a reward in its own right. I find it fascinating to revisit so many different pasts.
That sounds like Aspen talking about books. Visiting other worlds.
Yes, it's quite similar. Although Aspen much prefers fiction and novels to this sort of thing.
My, you can't make this shit up.
Maybe someday you can have a copy of her book in here too.
Yes, I hope so. Although it would deserve to be downstairs where it can be freely enjoyed by all.
That'd be nice. I hope lots of people read it when it comes out.
Juliet smiles in agreement and begins to open up books and lay out documents. I get up and browse around some more, examining the shelves. She said I could keep her company, but watching the way she's reading so intently, going from source to source, I know I'd just be distracting her if I try. Eventually, I try to quietly slip to the door, but Juliet notices me.
Oh, are you leaving? I'm sorry, I haven't been a very good host.
It's fine. I can tell you're really busy. Thanks for showing me everything, though.
Of course. Thank you for joining me.
Anytime. You're gonna go to bed after this, right? So, I'll see you later then.
That's right. Have a great day, miho.
You too. Good night and good luck with your work.
Waving goodbye, I step out into the hallway alone. And now it's afternoon. Where should I go? Nobody is anywhere. I have some leftover change from a drink I bought earlier, so I decide to give the little look far away glasses a try again. I wonder what kind of brand new sight I'll see today. I pivot the lenses left and right, getting a good look at all the little buildings of Wellington dotting the horizon like ants in a line. But nothing seems unusual or interesting. Just another lazy day ticks by, same as any other day. Maybe there's something kind of comforting about that, though. Morning. Where to? Let's go to the waterfront. It's been a while. The fish market is in full force right now. Rows and rows of displays tidily showing off freshly caught fish, with lines of people twisting all around the market waiting to purchase the goods. As I walk through the crowds, the dead eyes of hundreds of fish seem to pierce my soul. Don't get me wrong, I'm not squeamish about raw fish in the slightest. I mean, I've caught and eaten plenty of fish as a fox before. But isn't there something a little morbid about lining up their little bodies for everyone to ogle? If it were me, I'd just eat 'em right away after catching them. That's when they're best, and it seems more respectful to the fish. I guess that's why they're the merchants and not me. Into the afternoon. Aspen's house. Later in the evening, Aspen sends a message to Juliet to let her know that she's ready for us to come over, and the two of us walk down to the address she gave us. Juliet leads the way, of course, since I don't know many of the streets by name. We eventually arrive at an unremarkable looking apartment building, just a few stories tall and without many decorations out front.
This is the place. I believe she's on the ground floor.
Not too far away, one of the doors swings open and Aspen pokes her head out to wave us over.
Miho, Juliet, over here.
Okay, I will be right back. I'm gonna grab my gloves. I love this reading. My hands are idle and wanting to scratch, and that's not good, so love it is.
Aspen!
She holds the door open with one hand while pushing something away with her feet.
No, stay back, you two.
Oh my god, cat! I freeze, halfway to where she is.
What's wrong? I said, no, not you, Miho. I'm talking to the cats.
Aspen gestures for us to come inside while keeping an eye on the floor. Juliet and I hurry in, and Aspen shuts the door behind us.
Well, ta-da! Or something.
Whoa!
The entire place is just one room except for a small bathroom. Right across from the door is a tiny kitchen area with a fridge, stove, and microwave. Everything else is basically a bedroom. There's a dresser, a small desk with a computer, and Aspen's bed itself. Some luggage and boxes are scattered around, which I'm guessing were part of Aspen's cleanup.
I hope that was the good kind of whoa.
It's lovely, Aspen. I adore the fairy lights and plants. They make it feel very welcoming. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks. It was a good whoa, don't worry.
I didn't really have any expectations, but I'm still kind of surprised by how small it is. I figured she'd been exaggerating that part at least a little bit. The decorations make it feel fitting for Aspen, though. Two pairs of green eyes peek at us from around the corner, and both cats go dashing under the bed as we step further in.
Sorry there's not more space to sit down. You can see why I don't have company over very often. You can sit on the bed if you'd like. Or the computer chair.
Oh, it's fine. I'm okay on the floor.
I take a seat with my back against the dresser while Juliet sits down on the bed as invited. Aspen ends up taking the sole chair for herself. Almost as soon as I sit down, I spring back up, remembering the occasion.
Oh, yeah! Happy birthday!
Yes, happy birthday, Aspen. Here's to another wonderful year.
Thank you. This year has been pretty good, I must say.
Yay! Narrowing my eyes, I inspect Aspen, who notices and frowns at me.
Can I help you?
Can I help you?
You don't look any older.
I'm glad to hear that. It doesn't just happen overnight on your birthday, though. Not that you would be aware of that, I suppose. Anyway, enough about that. Are you too hungry? We've already done everything there is to do here, I believe. Now you understand why I never have people over.
It's fine. I don't mind just sitting around. But yeah, I'm always ready to eat.
Have you decided where you want to go?
I think so. There's a seafood restaurant that isn't too far away that I enjoy, but don't go
Yay!
to very often. Does that work for both of you?
I'm okay with anything. I just like food.
Indeed. It's your birthday, so we'll have whatever you want.
All right. Let's get going then.
The restaurant is a bit of a walk from Aspen's apartment, but it's a nice day, so I don't mind. We end up at a pier not too far from the museum I visited. It's not a very big place, but it's bigger than the Bell House. Half of it juts out over the ocean itself. We get seated right away at a long table with metal stools.
It sure smells fishy.
It's supposed to. That means it's fresh.
It's true. Our waiter brings 3 menus, setting one in front of each of us, and promises to come take our orders soon. Aspen and Juliet both pick up their menus and start to flip through, so I do the same.
Let me know if you need help reading anything, miho.
Can you read?
Thanks.
Fortunately, there are plenty of pictures. Oh, nice. The Bell House could learn a thing or two from here. I'm even able to read some of the words like fish and corn, but there are others that I don't recognize at all. Those are very important, yes. Most important 2 things to learn, fish and corn.
What do you usually get here, Aspen?
Well, they're most well known for their crab, although it's very messy. And expensive, so I've never had it. I usually get the clam chowder or fish and chips if I want to hate myself later.
Oh. What's chowder?
It's like a thick soup.
Oh. Isn't it hard to eat clams? I've tried before, but I couldn't get past the shells.
They do that for you. No shells involved.
No shells involved.
Whoa! That's nice of them.
I'm sure they'd be glad to hear that. Is there something you usually order when you go out to eat?
I've never been to a restaurant before. Unless you count the Bell House. Well, not as a paying customer, at least. But I know how they work because I've seen them on TV.
I hope you enjoy your first time then.
I will.
Yippee!
Both of you, feel free to order whatever you'd like. Don't worry about the price.
How,
Don't
where
worry, I
did
wasn't.
you get... Miho! A nearby door swings open, and for a second I can see into the kitchen as another waiter comes out carrying a big bucket. A number of spiny claws and legs poke out of it.
Wait. Is that...
They take the bucket to another table and set it down along with a big pile of napkins.
The crab? Yes.
I watch intently, curious to see how these people are going to get past the shells.
You shouldn't stare, you know.
I ignore her. I have to know. They grab some utensils that I've never seen before and use those to crack the shells. I watch fascinated while they do. Turning back to Aspen and Juliet, I've made up my mind.
I want that!
Yo. clams were too hard, but I used to love eating crab. It's been a long, long time since I've had it though.
It would be nice to try at least once.
Sounds like it's settled then.
Our waiter shows back up, a few glasses of water in hand, and Juliet orders for all of us. The waiter takes the menus back, saying our food should be out before too long. I sip my water and look around, enjoying the new experience.
Have you ever been here before, Juliet?
I haven't. As I'm sure you know, I don't go out to eat very often. I've been to similar restaurants before, though.
You went to the Bell House back when it first opened, didn't you? I seem to recall you telling me that once.
I did, yes. I can still remember what I had. A chai latte with a blueberry scone.
Were you working there yet?
Oh no, it was a few years before I came to Welly. Although, Regina, my boss, wants to expand. There's going to be a second location opening in a couple months.
Oh!
She asked me if I would consider being store manager.
Oh, congratulations! That's quite the honor.
You'd get to run the whole place?
I would still be working for her, but otherwise, yes. I haven't
A
decided if I want to
promotion?
do it or not, though. It would be a lot more work and responsibility, obviously.
That's
It
true.
would take up much more of my time, too. I'm not sure if I want to put myself through that.
I felt that.
That's understandable. I do think you'd be well suited for it, though.
Yeah, you already do a lot at the other Bell House.
Thanks. Yes, it is tempting. I told her I'll think about it and give her an answer by the end of next month. The building it'll be in is already a coffee shop, so it won't take too long to convert.
Oh, nice.
It all depends on some other things, really.
Like what?
Well, for one, I'd been thinking about keeping this a secret until I hear back, but I finally finished the draft of my manuscript. I sent it off to a few publishers to see what they think.
Congratulations, Aspen! That's a stunning achievement.
Yeah! What are you gonna do with all your free time now?
Thank you. That's a good question. I'm sure I'll spend plenty of it worrying. Other than that, I will need to find some new ways to fill my day. If all goes well, then I won't have time to help out at the new store. I'm getting rather ahead of myself, though. It's only been a little over a week since I submitted it.
Oh. I hope it works out for you.
Me too.
We sit and talk about the usual stuff for maybe 15 or 20 minutes before our waiter comes out of the kitchen carrying a giant bucket like the one we saw earlier. Aspen and I both gasp in awe as they place it on the table before us with a flourish, giving us a stack of napkins and tools like the other group.
Well, let's not just stare. Dig in!
I don't even know where to start.
I grab one of the pieces closest to me. It's hot, so hot I drop it on my plate. Aspen does the same thing with a yell of pain. Juliet, on the other hand, seems totally unbothered as she calmly claims a portion for herself. Leaning in close, I blow on my food to try to cool it down. While I do, I watch Juliet to observe how she does it. She smiles when she notices me watching and turns her hands to give me a better view as she uses the tool to crack the shell and get to the meat. Aspen seems to know what she's doing too once it's cool enough for her to handle. Now I just need to give it a try. I try to mimic what I saw Juliet do, and after a moment of squeezing really hard, it finally works!
That was a lot easier than trying to use my own claws.
I should hope so.
I should hope so! I pile it onto my fork and take a big bite, finally getting to enjoy my prize. I feel my eyes go wide with how good it is.
Enjoying it?
Yeah!
I quickly finish the piece I was eating and then rush to grab another one. It's a lot easier to crack now that I know what I'm doing. For a while, the only sounds coming from our table are those of us enjoying our food and the occasional sip of water. Yeah, crab is so good. When our waiter comes by to give us refills, they look a little shocked at how much we've already gone through. Listen. Crap. You don't understand. When the bucket is finally empty and I sadly toss the shell of my last piece into the waste bag, Juliet seems to pick up on it.
Are you still hungry, miho?
Hungry? No. Do I want to eat more? Yes. That was delicious.
Juliet glances at Aspen, who shrugs.
I could eat more.
The next time the waiter passes by, Juliet flags them down with a smile.
Could we get a second order of this, please?
It feels like it may as well be my birthday instead of Aspen's. By the time we get through the second bucket, even I can't eat anymore, and we leave the restaurant in a bit of a daze.
I don't know if I've ever been this full in my life.
Me too. I think I'm set on crab for a long time now. Thanks for dinner, though, Juliet.
Oh, it's so
It was
good though.
Of course. It was my pleasure. I hope you've had a nice birthday.
I think my favorite crab is soft shell crab. When they fry it, then it's like you get to eat all of it. You don't have to crack the shell or anything. I mean, you can if you want to, but like,
I certainly
oh,
have.
it's so good.
Now, if I can make it back home, I'll call it a success. I feel like I've put on several kilos just from that meal.
I mean, you did just eat a lot.
Would you like me to call you a taxi?
No, it's fine. Walking some of this off will be good for me. I still have to pack and get ready for tomorrow.
I suppose miho and I will head home as well then. Does that sound okay, miho?
Yeah. Let's just walk slow.
Still, I manage a weak wave.
Bye, Aspen. Happy birthday again.
Thank you again. Good night to you both. I'll see you two tomorrow.
Aspen trudges off, but Juliet somehow seems unfazed.
Shall we be off?
Taking a deep breath, I steel myself for the long walk home.
Yeah. Let's go.
How much did Juliet eat? The afternoon of Aspen's departure, she's unusually quiet. Although she shows up to breakfast like normal, she barely says a word throughout the whole meal, other than things like, "Yes, please," and "No thanks." From the way she keeps checking her phone and messing with her face and clothes, I can tell something must be on her mind. I figure she's just antsy about her trip, so I don't bring it up or try to talk to her. Instead, Juliet and I mostly chat until we're done eating and the dishes are cleaned up. The moment we're finished, Aspen perks up a little bit.
Miho, are you ready to go to the bus station?
Yeah. This way, you have as much time as possible to get back.
Precisely. Thank you.
Of course.
Before departing, Juliet approaches Aspen and gives her a hug. From the outside, I realize that hugs look kind of weird. People have come up with the strangest way to show they care about each other.
Safe travels, Aspen. Let us know when you get there.
Will do. We won't have reception while traveling, but I'll send a message as soon as I'm home.
How long's your trip?
If it was by car, only a couple hours. It'll be closer to 4 by bus, though. I'll take an early one on
Goodness.
the way back tomorrow just to be safe.
Ample reading time, it sounds like.
Oh, yes.
She drums her fingers on a book tucked into her bag.
Patricia and I have a lot of catching up to do.
Although she's still fidgety, it seems like Aspen's remembered how to speak. After spending an unusually long amount of time adjusting her skirt and hair, she finally faces me brightly.
Well, shall we be off, Miho?
Yep.
Goodbye, Aspen. Good night, miho.
Bye!
Later.
Aspen holds the front door open for me as we exit the library.
Where exactly is the bus station?
Not too far from my apartment. We'll pass it by on the way there.
Should we stop by and say hi to the cats? I'm sure they'd love to see me.
They're going to be angry enough at me for leaving for a day. I'm not sure I want to traumatize them right before I go.
Dang it. I've never gotten along with cats.
Have you known many?
Only a few. Some of the strays have some really good stories to tell.
The two of us walk along in silence for a little bit before Aspen pokes me on the shoulder. I've gotten more used to physical contact like that, but it still surprises me every time.
What's it like talking to an animal, anyway? How do you do it?
I'm not sure. It was just something that I knew how to do, like making a den. A lot of the time, you can just feel what they mean without saying it. I don't know how to put it.
No, that makes sense. There are some things that you just can't put into words, as much as you'd like to.
Exactly! I have the problem a lot. I'll bet you don't, though.
You'd lose that bet quite handily. Why? I'd say I struggle to put things into words more than anything.
Because you're a writer and you can't find the right words.
Really? How? I thought you loved writing.
I do, usually, but it's not that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just can't use any old words. You have to use the right ones. And often that means going through lots and lots of the wrong ones until you find them.
Yep.
I think it's easier the way animals do it.
It certainly sounds like it. I often wonder if I could talk to Percy and Byron, what they would have to say. Maybe they just complain about me not feeding them enough or something.
Yep, that's what Noctis would say.
Do you want me to ask them?
It's tempting, but no thanks. As long as I don't know for a fact that they're saying rude things, I can convince myself that they're not. Rather like that other cat in the box.
Cats like being in boxes, so they probably wouldn't be complaining.
Not quite what I meant, but I'll take it.
For a bit, Aspen hums quietly to herself while we walk. I don't know if she knows that I can hear her. Even though she's being more chatty, there's still something that seems a little off about Aspen. I can't quite place my finger on what it is, though. At one point, she checks her phone and starts to walk a little bit quicker.
Are you looking forward to going home?
If she has to think about it, that kind of answers my question.
I am, yes. But like I said, I prefer to only do so for a day or two at a time.
'Cause of your parents?
A little. They're not really that bad, though. Mum's a worrywart and Dad isn't, so Mum feels like she needs to worry enough for both of them. It's not too bad over the phone, but when I'm there, Mum always tries to convince me to stay and move back. So I tell them they should move out here instead. And Mum goes into why they can't, and it's just tiresome.
Sounds like she cares about you a lot.
She does. And I love her too, don't get me wrong. It's more the town than them. Or rather, the lack thereof.
What do you mean?
They live in the middle of nowhere. Mum loves it out in the countryside and says she can't live without her backyard view and half a kilometre from the nearest neighbours. I, on the other hand, can't live without bookstores and coffee shops and high-speed internet.
I felt that.
So that's why you moved to Wellington?
That's why I moved to Wellington. It seemed like a necessity to make it as an author.
I try to put together the things she's been telling me. Excuse me, into one big picture.
Can you only find the right words here?
Exactly. At least, that's what I thought before I came. Turns out that moving to a new city won't magically make you a better writer. Or even a writer at all. Back when I was in school, I used to daydream about what life in the big city must be like. Busy and important things happening during the day, and then nights full of excitement and sparkling wonder. Instead, it's the Bell House. And a tiny apartment the size of my living room. I thought if I put myself in this new environment, then I'd grow into the type of person who belonged there. I learned the hard way that places don't change who we are. Still, better to be struggling to make it in the city than doing nothing out in the boonies, I tell myself.
I think it sounds pretty nice. Peace and quiet, nothing to have to worry about.
Ugh, not you too. That's exactly what my mum says. Trust me, it sounds better hearing about it than living it. Just like Wellington. Or any city, I'd imagine. I'm sure even Wellington must seem like a bore compared to some of the places you've been to, like Shanghai or Seoul.
Well, yeah. I still like it though. Those cities are too big for me. They're noisy and loud and smell bad. Anything can be dangerous. You have to be on your guard all the time.
Yeah.
It's not like that here. The scariest thing I've seen was a movie.
That's true. I'm glad. I'm glad you liked it enough to stay.
Me too.
We're well into the city, pretty far past Cuba Street and the Bell House. Now that I've been there once, I also recognize Tepapa, the museum, when we pass by it. By now, there isn't much I don't recognize. I've been all over this part of Wellington enough that I could probably get here from here to Mount Victoria with my eyes closed. I memorized other cities the same way when I lived there, but for the most part, once I left, I forgot all about them. I'm not sure I'd ever be able to forget the streets of Wellington, though, even if I wanted to. Instead of humming, Aspen started fidgeting again as we walk, messing with her phone and purse and hat and glasses. I recognize the shops and apartment buildings from the walk to Aspen's house, so we can't be very far from the station.
Are you nervous?
Me?
No,
No.
me!
No. Why would I be? Do I seem nervous?
Yeah. Is it because of the bus? You don't have to worry about that. I've ridden on them lots of times and they only broke down like once.
I have bad news. I'm sleepy.
No, it's not that.
I think the downside of having a voiced a voiced visual novel is there's less for me to do. Like I don't need to say anything. I'm more reacting, but I just want to listen to them speak.
I mean, no, I'm not nervous.
But that also means because there's less things for me to actively do. Well, I've also just been tired in general. Like I had coffee during the afternoon, and I'm sleepy already.
Okay.
I should probably get that checked. I've never seen Aspen more nervous, but I still don't push it. I can hear and smell the bus station before I see it, and then it comes into view. There are 2 or 3 buses parked or passing through. I wonder if one of them is Aspen's. We stop across the street and she checks her phone again, then puts it away.
You're not late, are you? Oh, I could have walked faster.
No, we're right on time. It'll be here any minute now.
Cool. I'll wait with you till it arrives.
I start to cross the road, but stop when I notice Aspen isn't following. Instead, she's still standing on the sidewalk, gripping the strap on her bag tightly.
Aspen?
I trot back to her, looking around to see if I'm missing something. But there's nothing other than a couple people waiting far away at the station.
Are you alright?
She blinks a couple times and then takes a deep, deep breath before facing me.
Miho, I have to tell you something.
The effect of her words is immediate. What? Like she casts a spell, my heart starts to race. Whatever she's going to say must be why she was acting so weird all afternoon. Is it something bad? Is she not going to come back after all?
Yeah?
I barely managed to croak out an answer. I can't handle more heartbreak so soon.
It's something that I've been thinking about telling you for a long time.
What?
But it was one of those things where I wasn't sure how. Or when. Because I didn't know how you'd take it.
What could it even be? We just saw Juliet, so it can't be anything to do with her. Lena?
But then, after we all talked the other night, I realized that I should just say it anyway. Because no matter what, I know I would regret it more later if I didn't. Who knows how many more chances I might get?
Why are you smiling like that?
So I thought about it. A lot. What the right words were. And I just couldn't figure it out. So I didn't prepare. I'm just saying this, somehow, and hoping. God, I'm actually saying this, aren't I?
What are you saying? Her grip on her hat shifts, clutching it so tightly her knuckles are turning white. I feel frozen in place, not sure what to do or say. All I can do is stare, my heart feeling like it's going to explode out of my chest while she looks down at the ground. Excuse me. Whispering something to herself, she wrings her hat in her hands before finally looking back at me.
There's something I want you to know.
Are you leaving?
Miho, I used to think that there was no way someone like you could exist.
Oh, like a fable?
Someone who looks at the world like you do, and is honest about what you see, the good and the bad. And at the same time, someone who doesn't realize just how much she has to offer.
Oh.
Just how much you make people happy. But here you are. Maybe meeting you used up all my luck for the rest of my life. But here you are. And I love you. And I just couldn't keep not telling you that. In case maybe you love me too.
Oh.
I couldn't keep just hoping and wondering and not knowing. And now that I've said it, it feels so good to have out there. I love you, Miho. I love you. At first, I wasn't sure because everything seemed too perfect and unreal. I thought that I was just letting myself get carried away like I always do. A silly little daydream, but it's true. It makes me feel silly how much already, when I think of how utterly stupid it always sounded to me when reading about love at first sight. But how could it be anything else? I don't believe in coincidence, Miho. My life was changed the moment I saw you. I just didn't know it yet. Now I do. Now we both do. I love you, Miho. It's out there, and I can't take it back.
Ah! Her words drift away into the air as we look at each other in silence. My head is TV static, buzzing with nothing to show. Not because it's empty, but because there's too much for me to process. Aspen. In love. With me? Wind whips past my face as a bus rolls by, pulling into the station. I barely notice it, barely able to notice anything.
Aspen is in love with me? I don't know what to say.
But Aspen raises a finger to her lip.
Shh.
Eh?
Don't tell me.
What?
I said it now
What?
before I leave for a reason. Because I thought you might say that. Tomorrow. Whatever it is you feel, I'll hear it then.
I look at her face for some guide on how to respond, but she just gives a smile. A weak, fragile smile. Left dumbfounded, I nod.
Aspen is in love with me?
Returning her hat to her head, Aspen sighs like she just finished a hard day's work.
Well, that's it. All I have to say, I suppose. As if that wasn't one of the most important things I've ever said in my life. That's, that's my bus. So, I'll see you tomorrow, miho. And no matter what, it's okay. If we just carry on being friends like normal, I'm fine with that. More than fine. I'm just glad that I took the chance to tell you.
For how nervous she was a few minutes ago, she does seem a lot calmer now. I may as well be a statue as Aspen starts to walk past me, but then she pauses.
May I give you a goodbye hug?
That much I can respond to at least.
Yeah.
We wrap our, we wrap our arms around each other. That weird human custom. Everything may have just changed, but she's still the same Aspen she was when we left the library. I try to listen for what she might be saying without words as she squeezes me tight. Finally, she steps away with a smile. It might be the most genuine one I've ever seen on her face.
Bye, miho.
Bye.
I make my way back to the library like a zombie, my feet moving without really thinking about it. Aspen's words keep replaying over and over in my head. I get them, but I can't make sense of them. There's not a sound to be heard from the empty aisles when I enter. Juliet having finished tidying up in the hour or so that passed since I left. After a quick glance around, I head towards the stairs. When I head up to the second floor, I spot a sliver of light from underneath Juliet's bedroom door. I knock and it opens just a moment later. Juliet greets me with a calm smile at first, but the corners of her mouth falter as she looks at my face. I don't quite know what expression I'm making right now. I don't know what I'm even feeling to begin with.
Miho? Did something happen?
Aspen said she's in love with me.
Oh, I see.
Juliet's not the type to be shocked easily. That's why I wanted to see her for advice. But she's even less surprised than I thought she would be.
Give me just a moment, and I'll meet you in my study.
I nod and head over there, opening the door. As I walk into the darkness, I'm met by several pairs of eyes. Just as startled as I am, several bats begin to flap their wings and noisily take flight, chittering overhead before most of them leave out the open window. The biggest one watches me for a bit longer before departing as well. At the time Juliet enters the study and turns on the lamp, it's just me and her.
Sorry I scared off all your bats.
It's fine. Don't worry. I'll be back before too long.
We settle down into the same seats as last time, with Juliet behind her desk and me across from it.
Yeah. Aspen.
I wonder what Aspen's thinking right now. Is her head as much of a mess as mine? Probably, knowing her.
We had just gotten to the bus station when she stopped and said it. She said she waited until just before she left, so she didn't have to hear my feelings until tomorrow, when she gets home.
And what are your feelings?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't ever thought about love or someone being in love with me.
Hmm.
I don't even really know what it means. I know the word, but how does it feel? How would I know? The other day, you talked about how much you loved Cosette, and how you didn't know much about love before then. This is a different love from that, right?
She thinks to herself for a while, carefully considering her answer. I'm glad she does. At least one of us can stand back and think over this properly.
Yes and no. Of course, the bond between a parent and their child is different than that of two partners, but it comes from the same part of the heart. The part that you give away to somebody else.
Wow, that's deep.
Love is when you care about another person so much that the feeling becomes bigger than you. When your life is more full and joyful for the presence of that person in it. I could throw out any number of cliches, but they'd be meaningless. What love means and how it feels are different for every person.
Hmm.
To speak from my own experiences, love is like a flower. It starts as something tiny, but as it's nurtured and cared for, it grows.
Hmm.
It reaches toward the sunlight and towards something better and blooms into something beautiful.
Oh, that's pretty.
Not all flowers grow at the same rate, and not all flowers look the same. But wouldn't you agree that that's the joy of flowers, miho?
I look up from the floor towards Juliet, who's watching me warmly. And an ad is about to start, so grab a drink, stretch your legs. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Hi Raiders! Hi Timby! How about the new Yuri? Miho just got confessed to by Aspen. Ah! And I didn't figure it out until she said, I love you. Ah! Me! Tiki_turret! Playing a dating sim. One of the female leads says, I've been wanting to tell you something for a very long time. Me and Miho both crashing out. Are you leaving? Oh, Jesus. But yeah! Miho doesn't know what to think, and so Miho has gone to Juliet for questions like, what is love? Sorry, I'm peeking the mic a little bit. Yuri time! I think I might be picking a route soon. I am not sure. Baby, don't hurt me. Okay, sorry. Please no DMCA. But yeah, I hope you had fun. It sounds like it was a really fun and really hard game. I want to try it at some point. It looks fun. The art looks fun. Nuts. Ayo. Platformer? Sayla. It was just lurking the entire time as I was doing other things. But now I really, really want to play it. I saw it in that thread that you linked at some point. The one that had If Found in it, and I was like, ooh. This looks interesting. I will put it on the list. Yuri, but actually Arrow? That is so cool. Yes, more A-spec. More A-spec representation. Nuts. Nuts. Let me really quick. Oh, yeah. Let me really quickly grab the link. Go check out Hard Fun Yuri Platformer. Boink. Okay. Yay! Although, realistically, I think... I've been saying realistically a lot lately, huh? I think I will just live vicariously through you, because thinking about platformer and hard, if Timpy says that it's a hard platformer, I don't know how much of it I can play. Yeah, I'm glad you had fun. Welcome. Thank you again for the raid. If you need to lurk and go eat or take care of yourself, etc., eat, drink, breathe, be horizontal, please feel free to do so. And once again, I appreciate you for the raid. Happy Yuri. Happy Pride. Be proud of who you are. Have good lurk.
Bye-bye. Yay! Happy Pride! Rainbow!
I like flowers, but I've never grown one before.
The same can be said for everyone at some point.
I'm going to adjust my
But
headphones.
as long as you're willing to give it the time and patience that it
Sophie.
deserves, even the tiniest seed can become something wonderful.
Have a good lurk. Thank you again for dropping in. Juliet must see the confusion on my face, because she touches my hand gently.
You should take some time to yourself, miho. We can talk about it later tonight, if you're ready. If you needed even more time, I'm sure Aspen would understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to think about it. And sorry for waking you up. Or keeping you up. Whichever.
It's no trouble at all. I'm glad that you felt comfortable coming to me about this.
It was the first thing I did. Thanks, by the way. You helped me out a lot.
Of course. It's my pleasure. It's what friends are for.
Juliet returns to bed, and I go back to my room as well. I sit down on the floor, which is where I've done a lot of my best thinking lately. I lean against my bed and turn on the TV. There sure are a lot of shows and movies about love, aren't there? It's difficult to imagine that concept applying to me. I do know that I care about Aspen a lot. I like being around her. I like talking to her. I look forward to seeing her when she's not there. We're friends. But could we be more than that? I spend a few hours stewing in my thoughts and not coming to any conclusions. Love feels like something that couldn't and shouldn't apply to me, and yet here I am. Hours pass as I consider the issue from every different angle. I end up with more questions than answers. Is it something I want? Is it something I could even do? What I choose to say to Aspen doesn't just affect me, but it affects her too. No matter what, both of our lives are about to change. And no matter what, I have to make a decision. I'm sure that I'll have some doubts either way, but I can't just ignore or run away from this. So after turning it over and over in my mind, I finally make a choice. Slowly, I stand up and head downstairs. My legs feel like jelly as they carry me towards another huge moment. My hands shake, but I hold on tightly to the banister as I head down to the kitchen where Juliet's making tea. There's a second mug set on the table, full of steaming hot chocolate.
Right on time, like always. I was just about to call for you.
I heard you get up a little while ago. I was still doing some thinking, though.
I see, I see. So I take it that means you've made up your mind about Aspen then.
Hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but I have.
Matters of the heart are rarely easy. Shall we sit?
Yeah.
We take our usual seats, the third one conspicuously empty. I take a big gulp of my hot chocolate while Juliet takes a small sip of tea. Wiping my mouth with the back of my hand, I lean back in my chair, take a deep breath, and nod.
I've decided.
Same.
I want to try things with Aspen. I know it'll be hard, but I want to try.
I feel more sure of the words as I say them. Something about this decision feels right. I do want to try. Like Aspen said yesterday, it's out there now and I can't take it back.
I know she's a human, and so someday it'll hurt. But I can't just always run away from things that are painful. Because if it hurts, that means it was important, doesn't it?
It certainly does. That's a wise way to think about it.
I know I don't know much about love, or how to be in love with someone. But I'm willing to learn, and try.
As I speak, I feel something stir in my heart. That feeling of excitement that's pushed me forward so many times before, kept me motivated in my lifelong search. Was that the feeling that could grow? I've always struggled to put a name to it. Could it be?
Trying is all anyone could ask of you. Aspen or otherwise. All you have to do is be yourself. That's who Aspen fell in love with, after all. I can't tell you how happy I am for both of you.
As it begins to sink in, I feel a grin spreading across my face.
Aspen is in love with me.
And I think that maybe, just maybe, I could be in love with her too.
Oh my gosh, you blush. Cute.
I wish she was here, so I could tell her right now. Tomorrow seems so far away.
I'm certain she's thinking the same thing. Still, it is rather like her to say something so momentous and then disappear. It took quite a while for her to work up the courage to tell you.
With a wink, Juliet lifts her teacup.
I wouldn't be surprised if she borrowed the idea from some book or another.
Yeah, you're probably right. And wait, you knew she was gonna tell me?
Not exactly. I've known for a long time that she held feelings for you. She never told me outright, but Aspen isn't particularly subtle.
I never noticed. But I guess I don't know what I would have been looking for either.
All that's important is that she was able to tell you how she felt, and you were able to accept those feelings. Anything along the way was but a means to the same end.
Juliet's right. Not just about Aspen, but about my life in general, as she herself pointed out not that long ago. I thought it had all been for nothing. Pointless ever since Chongin died without my knowing it. As if I'd reached a dead end myself. But that was just the end of a chapter in my life, not the whole story, as Aspen would say. I'd thought my life as I knew it was ending, and maybe that was true. On the other hand, I feel like a new life for myself is just beginning. One that isn't so solitary and lonesome. Nearly every day I discover something new about myself. Things I used to think were impossible. At least for someone like me. Maybe I'm not so different after all. I found a new place to belong, and someone new to share my life with. As much of it as I can. Aspen, who's seen just as many different sides of me as I have of her, and who still chose to tell me she loved me, even though she'd never told anyone that before. I can't wait for her to get back so we can find out what's next together. With nothing more to really say about it until Aspen returns, Juliet and I move on to talking about other things like the library and recent events. I feel pleasantly warm, like I'm glowing, as we sit there and chat. That sensation carries me through the rest of the evening and all the way to bed, where I lie for hours. Usually I'm frustrated when the chaos of my own thoughts stops me from falling asleep. But for the first time ever, excitement rather than fear is what keeps me awake. Instead of just waiting for the day to end, I close my eyes, looking forward to the dawn of tomorrow. Aww. Dave. For once, my struggle to fall asleep worked out in my favor. I sleep until later than usual the next morning, meaning I don't have to wait as long for Aspen's bus to arrive. I've barely even woken up and I'm already thinking about her. Looking up at the ceiling, I can't help but smile. I wonder if she's thinking about me, too. I'm too full of nervous energy to stay in bed for too long, so I hop up and get ready in a hurry. In the kitchen, I figure Juliet must have already eaten, cleaned up, and gone to bed because I don't see any dishes or leftover food. To my surprise, she comes downstairs just a minute after I do.
Hey! I didn't wake you up, did I?
No, not at all. Although I was upstairs, I thought I'd wait and have breakfast with you like usual.
Oh, thanks. Sorry for keeping you waiting. I kind of fell asleep late, so I slept in too.
Understandable. I'm sure you have lots on your mind.
You can say that again.
I take my seat at the table while Juliet pokes through the fridge.
Are you hungry for anything in particular?
Not really. Maybe something light? I don't think I can finish a.
Oops. Chuckling, Juliet retrieves a couple of pieces of fruit and some cheese.
Butterflies in your tummy?
Nah, I haven't eaten anything. I'm just nervous.
I'm sure I would be too, in your position.
That's what butterflies mean.
Although, Aspen did the difficult task of taking the first step. You have the luxury of being the one to respond.
That's true.
It is true. Juliet sets a platter with slices of apples and oranges, as well as a few blocks of cheese on the table between us, and I idly munch on some fruit.
Do you want to come wait at the station with me? I'm leaving after we're done eating.
I'll pass, but thank you. The two of you will have plenty to talk about on your own, I'm sure. But I imagine I'll see you both later tonight?
Definitely.
The minutes pass by agonizingly slowly, especially after Juliet goes to bed. But eventually it's late enough for me to leave. I burst up out of my seat, forcing myself not to walk too fast. As long as I'm walking, I'm doing something. If I get there too early, I have to wait, and I hate waiting. Humming to myself, I follow the same route Aspen and I took yesterday. If I wanted to, I probably could have found a faster way, or even a longer way to kill more time. It's not worth the risk of getting lost, though. The closer I get to the station, the faster my heart races. The growing anticipation, the way I can't think about anything else, reminds me of something I haven't experienced in ages. It reminds me of days in the forest towards the end of my time as a regular fox. The way I felt on the way to the clearing every day to see my person. Back then it was different, of course. More instincts, less thinking, but it still pushed me forward. That was love, wasn't it? In my own way, just like Juliet said. Usually something like that would stop me in my tracks, but today it just makes me smile. My good mood carries me the rest of the way to the bus station. I pause at the intersection where we stood yesterday when Aspen said everything. This spot will be special to me forever, I already know. I hurry across to the other side. There are a handful of other people waiting, standing or leaning against the fence. I sit down on one of the empty benches, practically buzzing with anticipation. I watch the clock as it continues to tick away until finally the scheduled minute comes and there's no bus. I sigh, disappointed but not too surprised. Since when are buses ever exactly on time anyway? Woo. Why? Soon the bus is a couple minutes late, and then 5 minutes, and it gets harder and harder not to worry.
Good thing she left early.
I notice that I'm not alone. Some of the other people waiting are beginning to get agitated too. One person stands on the edge of the sidewalk, peering in either direction. A couple others who have been waiting in the boarding zone since I got here sit down on the benches near me and pull out their phones. One of them taps a few times, reads something, and then groans.
Told you. Delayed. Says it right here.
Guess I owe you a tenner. It say how long?
Nope. Just says delayed due to vehicle issues.
Dread seizes me. With a shaky hand, I tap one of the travelers on the shoulder.
Excuse me. Which bus is it that's delayed?
That be Route 4. You waiting for it too?
My friend's on it. I don't know which, but she was supposed to be here 10 minutes ago.
Aye. Well, probably the same one then. Bad luck, but it does happen every now and then. I hope you weren't in a hurry.
Uh-oh.
I was, actually. Do you know what they'll do? What'll happen to the people on the bus?
Well, I imagine the city will have to send someone out. Figure out what's wrong. fix it or send a replacement. I'm sure your friend will get here one way or another, but it could be hours. You might want to give them a call and find out where they are. Might be quicker for them to find their own ride home.
I vault off the bench before he's even finished speaking, dashing back the way I came.
Hey, good luck.
I barely hear him. Of all the buses to break down, of all the days for it to happen, as I run, I can't help but think about how unfair it is. For anyone else in the world, a couple-hour bus delay would be annoying, but that's it. But for me and Aspen, I don't even want to think about what it would be like if she forgot me. After getting back to the library in record time, I practically crashed through the doors as I head upstairs. For the second day in a row, I knock on Juliet's bedroom door, before having to bend over to catch my breath. It's been ages since I've run that long, and it shows. Juliet answers the door quickly.
Miho? What's wrong?
Aspen's bus still isn't here. Someone at the station said one of them broke down on the way. What if it was hers?
Wordlessly, Juliet hurries to retrieve her phone. It looks weirdly out of place in her hands as she navigates through several screens, slower than Aspen would. Her face turns grim after only reading for a moment.
It seems you're right.
The confirmation just tightens the knot in my chest, and I just barely manage to croak out a question.
What do we do?
How long do you have left?
2 hours. A little less.
She shouldn't be too far away. I'll try calling her.
It doesn't even ring, and instead goes straight to a voicemail. I look up at Juliet helplessly, trying to ignore the panic that'll overrun me if I let it.
She did say that she'd have poor reception en route. Here, Miho. Keep trying. I'll be back in a moment.
She hands me the phone and shows me how to use it before hurrying into our bedroom. I hit the button again, staring at the small contact photo of Aspen that Juliet has saved. It's a picture of Aspen at the breakfast table, smiling awkwardly. Her voicemail message starts again, so I cancel and try it again, and again, and again. But it's the same result every time. I end the call and start another one for what must be the 6th or 7th time.
Juliet, is that...
My thumb is on the end button out of habit, and I barely manage to stop myself from pressing it.
Aspen!
There's a loud burst of static.
You! Aspen! It's me! Where are you?
Juliet comes back out when she hears me, waiting anxiously by my side. Aspen says something again, but it's garbled by the connection.
What? I can't hear you!
Fucking reception. Let me...
Oh! Aspen! Let Aspen say fuck. Everything goes quiet, and for a terrible moment, I'm afraid that the call has dropped.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Instead, I nearly drop the phone when her voice comes through again, much clearer this time.
Good. I can't move from this spot then. It's the only place I have service.
Where are you?
God, we're so close. I can literally see the city in the distance. Something's wrong with the bus. I don't know what. They said there's another one coming to pick us up, but I'm not sure when it's supposed to be here.
We only have 2 hours before.
I know. Trust me, I know. I was hoping the replacement would be here sooner, but that's not going to happen.
Aspen, you said you're close. Do you know where exactly?
I don't, no, but there's just the one road into the city, and I can see it. That's what I'll do, actually. I'll start walking towards the city, and hopefully I'll see the other bus on the way.
Will that work?
I don't know. I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh, Aspen. Juliet and I look at each other. I wonder if she has the same thought I do.
Okay. I'm coming too.
What? Coming where?
Wherever you are. You said it's just one road, right? I'll meet you on it.
You'll... Okay, I understand.
I'll be there on time. I promise.
From the other end of the line comes the very clear sound of Aspen sniffling.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Oh,
I'll probably lose reception again. I'll try to call you when I can.
Okay. Okay, I'm on my way.
The line clicks dead and I try to hand Juliet her phone back, but she shakes her head.
Hold on to it. You can bring it back to me after you find her.
I nod. There's no time to talk about anything else.
How do I get there?
Juliet pulls up a map and shows me, pointing out where the library is.
I was going to try to find a taxi. Between traffic and everything else, I'm not sure it would be faster. It's so far away, though, miho. Are you sure you'll be all right?
I will. I have to be.
I immediately make for the stairs, pausing for just a second.
Thanks.
Thank me later. Together.
I nod and then I transform as I bolt out the front door. Foxes can't run as long as humans can, but they can run faster. As a miho, maybe I can do both. Wind whips at my tails as I rush forward, channeling whatever willpower and determination I can into running. The map Juliet gave me showed which roads to take to get out of the city, but I don't need roads. I run straight for the edge of town, dodging traffic, pedestrians, and more. Dogs bark as I race through their yards, and shocked people gape as I dash past them without paying any attention. I don't even know how long I run for. I just know that I don't stop. Even when my legs and chest start to ache, I keep going. A little pain now is nothing compared to what losing Aspen would be like. The buildings begin to thin out even as traffic increases, and finally I find myself out of Wellington. Following the road, I race towards where Aspen must be. Cars and trees fly by, replacing the buildings and street signs. There are hills and forests that I'm sure are as beautiful as everything else I've seen, but I hardly notice them at all. The longer I run, the more it starts to take its toll on me. Against my will, I can feel my speed flagging, each step taking just a little more effort than the last. I've pushed this form to its absolute limit, and eventually it brings me to a halt. I change forms once again, gasping for air as I place my hands on my knees, trying to catch my breath. The run from the station back to the library winded me, and this was many times harder. But I can't stop moving. I have to keep going. I have to. Lungs on fire, and with my legs feeling like lead, I make myself take another step, and then another. Mustering all my strength, I break into a jog the fastest I can manage. I keep my gaze set on the horizon, hoping for a glimpse of her. Anything to set my heart and mind at ease. Anything. The sun begins to dip even lower, as if even the sky is reminding me that the time is running out. My steps are leaden, and my mind abuzz with wordless fear and worry. At first, I don't believe my eyes when I finally spot someone walking in my direction far off in the distance. Please let it be her. A steady trot is all I can do, I know, and I let even that slow to a normal walking pace. The other figure and I walk toward each other, but the sun shines in my face and obscures them from vision. Raising one hand to shield my eyes, I see a familiar hat, the glint of light on familiar glasses. I see Aspen running towards me. All I can do is stand there, overwhelmed with relief so intense that all I can do is shake. Made it. She's here.
Miho!
As she approaches, she also slows and then comes to a stop.
Miho!
I don't even know what to say. How can I respond? How can I put all the excitement, the worry, and the relief that she's made me feel in the past 24 hours into words? How do I say it? Silently, I close the distance between us. I can see her eyes searching mine, looking for an answer to the unspoken question. Overhead, the sun dips behind a cloud, done watching us for the day and throwing a handful of colors into the sky as it leaves. I've struggled to find words before, but this is different. Like Aspen said yesterday, not just any words will do. I stop, just an arm's length from Aspen. close enough to see the glint of tears hiding in her eyes.
I was so worried.
Her voice is barely a whisper, but I can't hear anything else. Looking up into her eyes, I'm surprised to find the answer to my own question. One that I didn't know I wanted to ask until just now. One that requires more than words. Or maybe less. Ah! I take the last step that separates us and lean forward to kiss Aspen. The marks of human affection have always seemed so strange and foreign to me, and maybe even unappealing. As I kiss her, I think I understand. Without hesitation, Aspen's hand rises to touch my face, holding me in place, as if I want to leave. She moves like she was waiting for this. Maybe she was. It's unlike anything I've ever felt before. The closeness, the warmth. I place my own hand against her wrist. I think maybe I understand Aspen's fears better now, because I would also be content if this moment lasted forever. Even when we separate, Aspen's hands stay on my shoulder, keeping me close.
I see you thought about what I said.
That's one hell of an answer.
And practically nothing else.
Pulling me into a hug, Aspen rests her face against mine.
So I wasn't the only one then.
She sighs contentedly.
There's so much more I want to say, but this is hardly the place to say it now, is it?
I nearly forgotten where we were. Not far from the side of the road. Turning around, I look back at the city, which is starting to light up for the evening.
Oh, right. It's kind of a long way home, you know.
Aspen squeezes my hand.
I have all the time in the world.
Yay! Look at her, Aspen! Cute! Alright, here we go. I immediately skipped the first thing. My paws carry me across wet leaves and mud. Fog has crept into the forest as stealthily as me. Glimpses of the sky are rare between the trees and the mist. The wild mountains and hills are hidden as well, out of sight but not mine. I run, filled with a sense of purpose. It lightens my steps and pulls me in the right direction. I'm going to see someone I care about very much, and who cares about me. Somehow we found each other. My person. The path to follow is engraved in my body and mind, almost instinctual. A warm smile, a gentle touch, a kind word. These are the things that draw me forward. I slow down as I get closer to my destination, into the silhouette waiting for me. It's impossibly bright as I approach, my heart pounding in anticipation, like the sun has descended to greet my person too. It matches the feeling in my chest, warming my soul and fur. So bright that when my person turns around, stooping low to greet me, light is all I can see. But I don't need to see, only hear. That voice that I could never forget.
Little fox.
Where is your home?
I awake with a yawn, head on my pillow as the dream fades away. It's been a long time since I've dreamt about the forest. It used to happen a lot, especially when my travels first took me out of Korea, but over time they stopped. The dreams are always the same. I'm somewhere in the woods. Hi, gatito. Running to the clearing where I'd meet Chongin. There they'd greet me in the same familiar way. Something was different about it this time, though. Of course, the first thing on my mind after my dream is Aspen. I have a feeling that's how most of my mornings are gonna start from now on. My lips tingle as I recall our kiss yesterday. My first kiss ever. The first of many, I promised Aspen. Although the stressful part was over, the rest of the day was equally exhausting. By the time we got back to Aspen's bus to get her stuff, the replacement bus finally showed up and took us back to the city. From there, we dropped off Aspen's things at her apartment before going back to the library to give Juliet the good news. My legs felt like they were going to fall off, and both Aspen and I agreed to get some rest. Even the anticipation of seeing her today couldn't keep me up, and I feel well rested and excited. But as I roll onto my back, I start to notice something weird. It's like an itch, but in my mind. Something irritating and out of reach and out of me. It takes me a moment, but I realize that it's my bead. I know it the same way that I knew how to run and hunt and dig. Tugging at the baubles around my neck, there's an obvious change. Of all the beads on my necklace, only one is special. Most are just pretty things I collected and stuck on there. Only one has been there with me from the moment I became a miho. Became me. Since then, it stayed exactly the same. No matter how many times I throw or drop or lose it, the necklace comes back to me with the bead unharmed. Not a single scratch or chip or blemish until today. Instead of the normal pale white, it started to shine. It's barely brighter than usual, but I notice in an instant. In fact, it's almost as if I hold up my necklace to be sure.
It's glowing.
Just barely, but it is. I rub my thumb over the familiar surface, but it doesn't feel any different on the outside. I'm not sure what it means, but it has to be related to yesterday. There's no other way it could pick today of all days to change. When where's that? Maybe Aspen was onto something when she said there's no such thing as coincidence. Either way, it's magic, and magic I can't control. My bead has always been a part of me, but it's something I can only partially understand, and in that wordless, animal way I described to Aspen. When the time comes, whatever it is that's coming, I just have to trust that I'll know what to do. Right now, it doesn't matter because something much more important is going to happen, and sooner, Aspen will be here. Gatito. Hi. Hello. Hello, gatito. I have a gatito in my lap. He is possibly going to struggle to leave soon. She's probably here already, so I need to get ready. Going through my quick morning routine, I feel more energized than ever. For once, I'm not nervous, just excited. As soon as I open my bedroom door, I can hear the familiar murmur of conversation in the kitchen. Even the short walk downstairs is enough time to let my heart race. I assume Juliet's in the kitchen when I get there, but I only have eyes for Aspen. Wow. She looks over from her seat at the table, and the instant she sees me, her face lights up. It nearly stops me in my track. I've seen Aspen smile 1,000 times by now, but never like this. Never for me and me alone. Can't help but do the same.
Good morning, miho.
Oh my god.
Morning.
Get a room, you two. It's our usual greeting, but it feels brand new. I wonder if all the little things will.
Did you sleep well, miho?
Like a rock.
I pull my chair closer to Aspen's than usual as I take my seat and fill my plate.
We were just talking about how tired you must be. I wouldn't have been surprised if you slept until the afternoon.
No way. Then I wouldn't get to see you at breakfast.
Oh, even in her sprite, the pearl is glowing just slightly. Flustered, Aspen doesn't seem to know how to respond. Now that I know the feelings she was hiding, a lot of the other times where that's happened make way more sense. I giggle as she looks torn between being pleased and embarrassed.
That would be quite a shame. Yes.
Just like
But
somebody else I know.
understandable after you ran across half of Wellington yesterday.
Was it really? It didn't feel like it. But maybe that's why I'm so hungry.
Feel free to help yourself to what's left. Aspen and I have already eaten.
We wanted to wait, but
It's fine. I don't mind.
Around now is usually when Aspen would start to leave for work, but it's Juliet who stands up first.
I must say, I'm rather sleepy myself. Would either of you mind if I retire a bit early today?
Nope. Aspen and I can clean up, right?
oh, yes, right. That I mean, not at all.
I'll wish you both good night then.
Good night.
Bye.
We both watch as Juliet departs before turning to face each other. As soon as our eyes meet, Aspen looks away again, blushing but laughing.
What is it? What's funny?
Nothing's funny. It's hard to believe. I mean, us? You and me? You can't imagine how many times I've sat at this table wishing we were like this. Together.
Sounds like somebody I know. I mean, what?
Oh.
That warm, fuzzy feeling from before takes over my face. The one that goes with the realization of how special I am to her. So out of everyone in the world, I'm the one she feels this way about.
And now...
Here we are.
They're both blushing. Oh, it's so cute.
Yes. Here we are.
So how about that New Year? Okay, bye gatito. Everything is the same, but everything is different now too. It's just as confusing as it is exciting. Now that I'm here alone with her, I'm not sure how to act. Aspen fiddling with her ribbon seems like she's waiting for me to go first. Problem is, I'm not sure what to say. I'm not sure how I should talk to her differently now. Or if I even should. Or anything, really. With just the two of us, I'm suddenly super aware of how out of my depth I am. But I can't let the silence stretch on too long. I have to say something.
So hey!
I think...
Both of us start and stop talking at the same time. I pause, waiting for her to keep going. And she does the same thing for me. We both laugh together a moment later, and somehow that breaks the ice. It feels like a reassurance before I can even ask for one.
You go.
No, you first.
If that's what it takes.
I was going to say that, I don't really know much about this whole dating thing. So if there's...
Aspen shakes her head and puts a finger to my lips to shush me.
That's exactly what I was going to say, miho. It's all so new to me as well.
Oh no, they're cute. She removes her hand, looking at it as if she just now realized what she did. Not that I mind. Small child discovers that they have fingers.
So, perhaps we can figure it out together.
Together.
I try out the word for myself. Aspen and me together.
Yeah, I like that.
I am going to crash out.
We can both just do what feels right.
I like the sound of that too.
Aspen's sleeve rustles as she takes my hand, her fingers gently intertwining with mine. It's cool to the touch.
That feels right.
Her soft actions make me feel braver.
So does this.
So how about the new Yuri?
I'd say we're off to a good start.
Me too.
Just being near each other already feels more meaningful and exciting. Since this is just the beginning, I can't wait to see where things go from here. Of course, I'll have to wait a little bit longer. With her free hand, Aspen checks her phone and I see her frown in response.
Time to go?
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, she stands up and I stand with her, still linked by our hand. It feels almost unfair that daily life with all its obligations still matters right now. Aspen hasn't even left yet, but I'm already waiting for her to come back.
I wish I could stay here with you longer though.
Me too. Maybe I'll just come buy a bunch of drinks at the Bell House, so I can talk to you at the counter.
Oh my god, how about the new
Perfect.
Yuri?
I can tell my boss I was just engaging with the customers, like she wants us to.
Both of us laugh again, and Aspen steps forward to lay her head on my shoulder. I lean my head against hers, surprised by how soft her hair is against my
I
cheek.
really will be thinking of you all day, counting down the hours.
Oh my god.
Same. I couldn't think about anything else, even if I wanted to.
Normally, I'd think twice about saying something so embarrassing. But it actually feels pretty good. We walk together to the front door, taking as long as possible.
See you soon.
Not soon enough.
I stand in the doorway as Aspen slowly walks backward, holding onto my hand until the very end. She looks into my eyes.
I love you, miho.
The tips of her fingers linger against mine, and where they touch, it feels electric. I think of the sproutling that Juliet used to describe love and the way it grows. Maybe that word means different things to Aspen and me right now, but I know without a doubt that I want to learn all of them. I want to take a chance with her. I want to try.
I love you too.
And I mean it. We stayed like that for just a little longer, not needing to say anything else. Then finally, Aspen turns around and begins to walk down the hill, taking my heart with her. I am Evie. They are so sweet. I am so sleepy. Thank you for, let me see. Thank you for lurking and hanging out and coming to stream. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to this super sweet visual novel. So how about that new Jerry? El Gatito is also, I'm not sure what he's doing, but I think he wants to play. Maybe that will help a bit with all of my sleepy. But for now we're gonna go to cats. There's a million kittens. And not so little kittens, but kittens at heart. Buddy, what are you doing? Yeah. Anyways, I will be back on Friday. I don't know what I'll be doing. We'll find out. But until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. Bye-bye.